Oh man, I just got up for a little while from this last night. This morning I was enjoying watching little things and stuff. Went to sleep, woke up, handled certain things, went to sleep again, ate a little something. Well, I didn't even eat a little something this time. I just really went to sleep because I was still tired. I got even more tired because of things I did, and then I went to sleep again. And then now I'm up. Then I got phone calls from Brooklyn, telling me about. Well, I got a phone call from Brooklyn the other day, and then I had to call the courts in Brooklyn. I had to call, all these type of people in Brooklyn. I had to call, the central office. So much things for me, Ralph in jail, and then now I'm gonna have to go buy a ticket just to be traveling all the way to Brooklyn. Oh man. I'm gonna see if they told me, I called this place, Central, and they just told me, let me sit you and telling me I could get somebody to appear on my behalf, and then to get my situation handled and finished, so it wouldn't be a type of situation that would hinder me in the physical reality. I might see what's going on with that, but I'm not gonna waste time when it comes to something like that, because it's something that totally slipped my mind that I wasn't realizing at the time, because of things that I'm already going on with me, because I was already going from place to place, spending so much money about certain funny things. So now I got a little something that happened on the second I missed, I wasn't thinking about, and then next thing you know, now I gotta literally go back to now I gotta go back to New York. Oh man, well, I can't play with stuff like this. That's what's going on. So I gotta literally go back to New York for a second. Oh man, go back to New York, and get the situation finished that I'm dealing with, and then I can literally, I'll just go about my business. I'm enjoying myself of my little nice habitation for myself. So I'm just gonna continue enjoying my habitation, because my own mental therapy for my own humane condition of my content source is more important than what people want to do and causing depression in my physical reality, because I'm responsible for my for for all for all of the hierarchy of all the higher consciousness of existence, but I'm not responsible for it. I have the control and override the humane condition of this planet and this earth, and but I'm not responsible for what individuals caused or what's ever happening to them in the physical reality, or anybody on any earth, while I haven't been in a point of their habitation, to things that happen to them in the physical reality. I'm not responsible for that, because they did it to themselves. I'm responsible for myself, to making sure I can love myself. So if in case of emergency, I could be able to save everybody's life in my own. That's it, or whoever I choose to save. Because it's just like what happened with it's just like I told you the other day. There was some. I had a certain emphasis that was on me, and I really got rid of it. I could call it. I could do whatever to do it, to do something, but I'm not doing that again. You want to know why? Because it shouldn't have happened in the first place. I shouldn't have had any upset feeling of anything in the physical reality that made me feel like, just to get rid of the energy. I came to my natural habitation to get rid. I made sure I get rid of the energy. I could have did it somewhere else, but it would have been way more detrimental instantly for certain other people. So I didn't do it somewhere else. I had consideration for a time, for a point of existence for a time. So I had a little consideration to how I did certain things. So for me, next time, anything else makes me feel any funny type of situation, I'm just gonna finish this. If they wanted revelations to happen, like they wanted me to get rid of all my energy, all the emphasis inside of me a certain type of way, if another person is trying to make that happen, I'm gonna make sure I get rid of their situation to their vitalness first, and then I'll get rid of the rest of the situation. Because if they could, if they could manipulate a humane condition of a social economic system, and then that's known to, that has education of planets and of their social economic, social also meaning solar, and then they're doing things wrong and then causing situations. Because imagine a bunch of spoiled kids that want to fight for power that empress that's really alive in the metaphysical, in the spiritual realm, that wants to manifest because she wants to be able to live her life, to have a breather for a moment, and then they telling her that she can't even. That doesn't make no sense. That doesn't make no sense. It's like my wife want to come around sometimes, but I'm not gonna let. She knows how real the situation. It's just like knowing at a time that there's kids that want to murder and kill you cause their downfall. They did so much things, manipulated her physical. She's so mad at the situation. A person gets so mad, they just tell you. They just tell you whatever they want to tell you at the time. And then they said they just handle the situation just to come correct it and tell you what's going on with you, just to be able to, for you to acknowledge, to see if you really either you're really stupid or do you have an education, because the person wants to see for real. And then next thing you know, it's like a person showing them like if their consciousness is showing them like they want to really do them harm. That's like, oh my God. You're like, nah, I'd rather not even be around it. You'd rather be like my other wives. It's just like with my serpentine wives. I have all my other wives are literal stars, but I have how can I say this? The origin of the reason of the inner humane condition of the inner intent of a situation that's on another planet recovering, because the people that didn't respect their humane condition to their vitalness of the astrological empress was poisoning their insides and spoiling them. So I had to give her I had to literally do some type of high mythology metaphysics just to be able to send her to another planet, just to have a break, just to refine her inner conditions. And then the other people is cool. And then once she refined, they ain't gonna be able to do that to her no more, because that's what I did. They ain't never gonna be able to do that to what they were doing to her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's finished. So it's just like, then my other wives, I separated myself from them because their children's supposed to be, my other serpent, because there's a calendar. There's a calendar a certain type of way. So the other serpentine wives are it's like a serpentine is like it's like a form of, it's called like a dragon calendar representation, but it's not really a dragon. In ancient times, it was used as something else. But other people used to use symbols of a dragon to let you know they know about that situation. And when they showed you that, they let you know they knew about the situation. The empress knew about the situation, so the empress knew how to, send it away, and that was a sign to keep that type of situation from their natural social setting. They didn't want to be rude, because Greek mythology and Greco-Roman history. Greco-Roman history. They didn't want to, Asian people, indigenous people didn't want to be rude to certain people that was of the Greco-Roman society. So what they did, they just, they put certain symbols as a form of allegory and appeal to let keep that stupid shit, because if a person doesn't respect if a person doesn't respect their humane condition, to keep those type of mentalities or those humane, how can I say this? The humane lower-minded individuals away from them in the physical reality. So they used to use dragon ornaments as a form of a representation to keep that away. It was like a natural repellent. A natural repellent. Keep it far away from this land and these houses and these people. People do not need those type of influences. Keep that far away over there. Like, once you see that and you were a certain type of person, like a serpentine person or something, it would be already known. Some people wore certain styles of a certain type of human condition that would let you know, keep that away from them. Some people wore you know, they left certain they spoke certain ways to individuals to let you know to keep that away from them. And some people will just tell you straight up, they don't bring that type of situation to me. It's like, imagine telling a loose vein, a literal vein of somebody's humane condition, splitting blood all over the place to everybody, and then a man says, "Yo, listen," he's walking by, and the vein. Imagine if the vein can naturally hear him, and the man says, "Yo, keep 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 all that blood you're spurting directed over there." You ever had symbols of certain things? Let me show you how it is. It's like opening a fire hose and a fire hose, and people playing in a fire hose. There's cars passing, there's people walking the street. Hey, could you lower the water? I don't wanna get dirty. I don't wanna wet the car. I don't wanna get wet. That person, all right. Oh, it's like having a water fight or something, or some type of situation, and another person says, hey, they about to come by. Hey, could you stop? Could you stop, please? Doing everybody, could you just stop? So I could just walk by, and then you can continue doing what you're doing, because another person doesn't need that type of wild emotion and those endeavors of an individual at a time, because another person just wants to be able to be happy in their habitation, and they don't partake in ignorance or nonsense of other people's wild mentalities at a time. So, and on top of it, it could be something even more sacred. It could be over the situation, but they're just amongst the individuals viewing the situation at a time, and then they're able to travel or journey through a situation a certain type of way without interfering in other people's sacred or vital humane condition of their social economics. So, it's just a wonderful way. I'm the same way. I tell you, Steve, my wife can't even be with me while I'm on this planet. Like, this is a star planet. She can't, her vitalness can't even be with me on this star planet a certain type of way. If she wanted to refine, it has to be a form of the higher intensity of the mythology, a form of her nourishment, or of a certain type of way, or it has to be. I'm thinking about something while I'm speaking about this. Something just came to my mind about something. It had to be a form of her nourishment, a certain type of way, or it had to be a form of her reason of her intellect of enlightenment that is already militant and extremely alluring to the humane condition only for one man. And that's any of my wives when it comes to their vitalness. Like, their vitalness can never come to me in the humane condition of the physical reality. That's like, it's just like coming out the character and coming out your humane condition just to be with an individual certain type of way. Now, a person says at a time, I had certain things set a certain type of way within me, and if you had a visiting calendar that visited the earth, this is like, you ever have seen Men in Black? You have certain things like that. You ever had a visiting calendar visiting the earth, and then doing probably some type of ritual or something, or ceremony was done for other individuals for certain type of protection or guidance by a nearby calendar or a nearby solar system or a nearby galaxy, for individuals' acknowledgement and their guidance and protection for their own astrological calendar and human condition. So as an individual travels through, it wouldn't interfere with individuals. So at times you might have people that travel that comes and literally, I guess, they complete the situation for other individuals, or whatever was partaken or done on certain levels of acknowledgement for the humane condition in the intricacies, and then continue with whatever the situation is. So, me, I'm a man that already knows it, so I don't worry about things like I'm okay about certain things like that. But when it comes to the vitalness and the origin, I'm so sacred with the situation. If it's not the time of the situation of the calendar a certain type of way, and it was already done away with, because another person said, "Oh, my time is, I have an endless time." No, you don't have an endless time, because it's depending how I set the orbit and what's supposed to be at the time for my own comfortability of my physical reality. My wife knows I'm the one that sets the orbit. She gotta go through. I could do it naturally. She gotta go through. She gotta go through different measures. She gotta move there. She gotta go over there. She gotta go over there. She gotta go all types of things. This is turn her planets in all types of situations. And then on top of it, the children that try to take on that task end up getting hurt in the physical reality, because they're not built. Their human condition is not built for that. And they try to do it as a form of honor. No, and to me, I look at it like a form of dishonor, because there's a natural order for when things are done certain ways. So another person was trying to acknowledge. That's the intent that causes individuals like the Clash of the Titans to want to be more than their elders at the time. So that person that did it, that was trying to prove something or provide something, was just already causing discomfort for me. I'm comfortability, but the other person, whoever they were, was already causing discomfort for the Empress, and then on top of it, causing the Empress to sacrifice her. It's just like voiding the Empress in a natural habitation trying to absorb her. It's like being a certain complexion trying to bend her reality, because these are the people used to do. They used to try to turn a certain complexion to bend her reality, or they try to avoid her. And those are people that was gonna attack her in a paradigm for her magic. Like, I'm the real Buddha. So another person, oh master, I gotta tell, oh, you gotta test the master. Yo, my nigga, this guy ain't never gonna really be happy in life. He's gonna cause this inner struggle with his higher consciousness and cause niggas should kill the nigga now. I tell another nigga, I look at another nigga and be like, the nigga that wanna test me at the time, if he felt like he doesn't know what he's going on with him and he wants to just leave like that, with just for testing me and wanted to test me to know if he knows, you could know if you know something because at a certain time, an individual that is in higher consciousness make sure that you're acknowledged for the situation, because you were continuing learning lessons in the humane condition, in the physics and the physical reality. But if you over here talking about you want to go test a situation, you learn the situation so much till you naturally know it for yourself, and it doesn't hinder your situation. But now, if you want to go test a situation that's causing unnecessary experiences of trauma to the higher consciousness, that's something else. That means you have some type of complication somewhere, and I don't need to acknowledge that complication because I don't have complication in my life. It's just like when they were just doing martial arts. When I was the abbot, it's just like send that somewhere else. A man let me acknowledge that it was a complication. Send it somewhere else. I don't have that around me. I just call another abbot, like, yo, go handle your situation, because it has nothing to do with me. I'm the one that made the human condition. That should have never reflected in my physical reality, telling me they have a situation that they needed to handle a certain type of way before it started causing physical interference in other people's human condition. That type of example should never be shown to me, Ralph Faringi, ever in any lifetime, in any paradigm of time, especially when it comes to martial arts, higher consciousness, education, science, work ethics, careers, and also individuals that are highly educated, even when they're acknowledging the reasons of their lessons, of their mastering of their point of acknowledgement for their point of depth of reality at the time. So once another individual would come to me, Ralph Faringi, I gotta test you. And I said, what? And then I have so much other abbots that I've done educated in other type of things that were supposed to know their martial arts and all type of other situations. You talking about, you gotta test them, what? Gotta make me turn around now. I gotta, why this happened to me at a time? Why this guy said that to me? You already passed the limit for some guy to say that to me. Yo, come here. You just gotta start putting hands on you. It's not nothing. So it's like, now I gotta really. I can't. Now I'm gonna disappoint you, because it's not gonna be a person that's gonna complicate the situation. Whatever he was trying to complicate to see at the time, he's not gonna be able to see it. I'm gonna just go handle the situation. So I already sent it away, so it don't have to worry about it. But I'm gonna handle the situation so it never happens again. Because another person says, it's just like, if something like that happens, all abbots gotta sit down and acknowledge why that situation happened. Because, and on top of it, you still gotta bring that person, and they gotta be around a social economics and not even realizing or acknowledging that an individual is being reviewed of what caused the situation a certain type of way. Especially when it comes to natural regardment of the humane condition. Individuals have to gather and to look at the situation altogether, and individuals have to acknowledge this was wrong, this was wrong, this was wrong. Everybody that was in a situation that was complete has to gather and has to know about the situation. They have to speak amongst each other in a certain way, just to be like, that situation should have happened. This individual should have never came and brought that type of acknowledgement, knowing this is a school. They're learning regardment. One has to educate one's conscience and one's thought of the physical reality and physics, and on top of it, you have individuals that is still being educated in here, and you do not need that mentality to continue, or it will end up a social economic type of deterioration voting situation, like another person demoralize the reason of the humane condition. This is not karate. Like when I'm an abbot, it wasn't karate school. This was martial arts. If you turn it into karate school or some type of next, assassin or I don't do things like that. I'm a person that's highly educated. I'm a natural guardian of the real consciousness, of real reason of high acknowledgement, and of the reason of one should have regard. Move that type of situation far from me. It's like when I used to tell my children when I was an abbot in the Shaolin Temple, when I was a Buddha, when I educated them on their styles, I said, yo, listen, man, you can't bring that around you, man. You can't have people come into the temple. Another person, the outside people wanted to know. Now, I'm telling you something a certain type of way. This is like a warning, a certain type of, because if you ever had a person that comes and throws a sign up, and then a person goes to school and supposed to know education. Now you're at a year of reflection. You have to know this a certain type of way. This is the year of the reflection where your conscience has to acknowledge what I'm telling you a certain type of way, individually, no matter who you are out there. When I was at literally the Buddha, and I'm literally still Buddha, but literally educating in the Buddha, educating Shaolin Temple for the reason of the human condition and regardless, I used to tell them, yo, listen, man, you can't have outside people coming into this temple if I bring them in this temple. You can't have outside people going to tribes with certain lands if they're not a part of that secrecy. You have to learn the reason of the humane condition and regarding it because your life depends on this. You do not want something to happen to you and then wonder why and then feel like you're lost. You're supposed to know and be on point, so if something happens, you always have a point of acknowledgement to know what's going on in your consciousness. Do not get lost, because if another person wants to leave you lost, that's a person that doesn't care about their secrecy on any level of physics. And I have to educate people to tell me this. And then now, Evan, I used to go outside. People, oh, I want to go in Charlotte tomorrow. Please, you cannot come in here. What? You cannot come in here. Please leave. I want to see. You may see, but you cannot come in here. Please wait right here. We'll call an individual. Go get an individual first. What is the situation? And maybe he wants to speak to an abbot. He don't know what's going on. He wants to come in to see. He doesn't know what's going on. He wants to speak to an abbot. He don't even know. You know. Go get that. Go get another abbot film. Go get another abbot film. You know. Listen, you cannot come in here. This is another. This is Abbott. They told me the Royal Imperial Guard. You understand that? He said the Royal Imperial Guard. The Abbott. Everybody looks at. Listen and say, oh, okay. This is so. Oh, okay. It's so. I heard you house the. What? House the what? Another man ain't gonna say no. Like, what you just said? There's something in here that's not supposed to be in here. Oh. Okay. Let your sire, your sire know that a regardment of real humility will be coming to edify the situation if there's any form that needs to be acknowledged or to discipline any discretion for one could be able to have happy habitation. And that was it. Another then you have people, please let me here. No. Another person, why? Yo, my wife, I'm going from temple to temple educating individuals. My wife, humane condition, can't have people doing this here, can't have people putting this here, can't have people doing this here. Why? This is the time of secrecy for one to know the acknowledgement of one's humane condition, consciousness, and then keep it moving. Another person, this and wonderful here. The type of situations going on, different type of situations and mentalities for individuals for their acknowledgement. Does not to need to be known while I'm here on the premises a certain type of way at the time. I will be, I will be, you know, doing certain things. One has to have the reason of the one high consciousness of regard because you don't want something happening a certain type of way and another individual doesn't know what's going on. Because if another individual knew that I was the literal reason of education, they wouldn't be here doing wrong to their own human condition already. This needs not to be acknowledged unless that individual is educated to know what's going on, and that means the empress honored them for them to know what's going on. If they didn't, then it'd be a something to the next situation. And I'm a person of very real militancy, and I don't need certain type of situations or certain type of way. People live in a social economic comfort. Some people are complete to go outside and be able to be a part of the social gathering or social economic for their own comfortability or for whatever reason at what time. Some other people that are not finished educated that doesn't know about the human condition at a level may not travel a certain type of way unless they're being regarded, no matter what the situation is, and depending on how the intricate the situation is also. And then a person wonders and I don't say nothing about nothing else. And then that's But you have people, I want to come to Charlotte and tell them, no. You're people with other emotions that doesn't know about the reason of secrecy. You're just people them other people just wanted to know and see inside because they're already complaining they need this, they need that. And then individuals are coming outside every day looking like the reason of regardment and of acknowledgement and how can I say this? Humble in their habitation. So they don't need it doesn't need to go further. I'm a sovereign general grandmaster, the point of reason, and then I don't need to know. Nobody needs to know nothing else about nothing. I don't care what another person says. Even if the imperial or imperial royal imperial guard, they have to let them know if my name is Raphael GR. They have to answer the meeting. They gotta really give me reason and well, they have to show me when I want to know the reason why. Because if they do something wrong, and they have to give me reason and pay me tribute. Because if they do something wrong, I'm the one that disciplines them. Why? Because it's really my wife. Now, if a man is endangering, if you wanted to be in jail and you wanted to be a desperado, or you wanted to be the international, international security, or a certain point of national security, or a certain point of district or sector, whatever security of regarding it, and you were already out there and then doing certain things and people knew a certain type of way, well now I'm out in the forefront for you, a certain type of way. To advise and let you know you're endangering your consciousness if something happens to me, because something happens to me, you only have a conscience out there. So, okay. Now, and if the imperial wonders, the reason of their comfortability is because it's my house and I'm not there and I'm not saying nothing about it. My habitation is way more detrimentally to be comfortable than other people's ignorance of the way of their comfortability or of the reason of their acknowledgement even at times. Nothing else to be said. Another person says, oh, this is not a karate school. This is martial arts and acknowledgement. You wouldn't even see people being physical. If another person's wondering about their secrecy, there was times I was supposed to travel to go to other places for individuals to acknowledge their secrecy a certain type of way. Because they didn't, that's on them. That has nothing to do with it. I'm already okay. Another person, oh my mother this, your house is something's wrong with this. Well, I was supposed to be there at times. I was supposed to be refining. I haven't had sex with the purity and purity for 37 years. Matter of fact, for 37 years. What is there to tell me? And if I ever been around the purity, their mentality was discomforting, and on top of it, they were already indulging in a social economic activity that they weren't supposed to be indulging in, and then they were already being confirmated by individuals that just wanted to take advantage of the real empress and to spoil your humane condition. I'm a man that's not gonna get into confrontation because I'm the only one that could save any empress they have. That's it. They wanted to do wrong to the physical because it looked appealing. They didn't know how to say. They didn't know how to control their wild emotions because other individuals disregard to the human condition. While individuals doing martial arts, other people was already abusing other people a certain type of way because they probably felt they shouldn't have been there, or they probably had something they didn't want to want at a certain time. Other people were being petty and nitpicking because the acknowledgement of education and the reason of structure and of love and the higher equality of life is what they were viewing and thinking about for one's future. They had future endeavors. They were supposed to know about future wealth and enriching of one's habitation, but the way they looked at it is probably because the way they were obstructed from other individuals and stuff at the time. Because the comfortability of another individual is just like having an order and other people are comfortable reporting to one person and not wanting to acknowledge something, and another person is doing all type of things where it doesn't want a person to acknowledge it a certain type of way because what may happen if a person looks and starts saying certain things, and then when it's gonna endanger the human condition of the consciousness, then it'll be too late for them at the same time because their habitation of their education of their consciousness is on that level to acknowledge the reason of the secrecy of the high enriching of one's consciousness of or I'm not gonna say anything that's done is done of wonderfulness, but it doesn't make no sense losing what you have and then trying to gain it back because another person just wanted people to remember what they can do to a point, and then what and then cause a downfall. So what did you learn that for? It's like the people knocking on the door every day that's not supposed to be in the temple wanting to know what's inside the temple, what's going on, or what could they get. It doesn't make no sense. Because a person receives a form of acknowledgement for what for one's condition only a certain type of way, and then on top of it, it already has natural order. If somebody tries to do something they're not, one has to know the reason of their education for their social economics to their human condition, and for them to know it they are achieving the physical reality a certain type of way for for their own physical human condition in case of more equality of love for other social economics. This is the real reason. I don't have to look at it another way for you to acknowledge what I'm really saying. So that's it. What does it tell another person if another person wants to fuck up somebody else's life? That you know you doing wrong. You trying to get your rocks. You trying to get your rocks off, and then you telling people kick rocks all type of ways and not respecting the reason of your foundation. So then when things happen, it's just gonna happen a certain type of way. But I'm glad to know. It's just like sending an individual to go pick up a package, and a person doesn't have a package, and then they wreck the place just because they didn't have the package. So how are they gonna ever receive a package again? That doesn't make no sense. They're gonna have to receive a package, right? So then, what did you do that for? Or you have other plans for other. You're not the one for the original way of certain things set, and then another person had a return. I know I'm the one for the way it was structured, and I'm the only one that made the reason of the regimen for the original plan to how it's always gonna be. So what is another person this stupidity saying? It's like having a wife and the wife says, "Oh, I'm not there right there, but you're gonna have to look. Just make sure everything's okay." And the man looks to the side. Why you why you told me this is okay? Then it's just like waiting for my wife. Then she lose everything. If she lose everything, it's like a chick that just wants a divorce because she's living for the moment, like a casino chick. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Matter of fact, you caused the end of your humane condition of physical reality. Another person says, look, I never wasted my magic. I never wasted my mythology. I never wasted nothing about none of my spirituality and my energy. You wasted yourself. You just couldn't handle it and you thought you could. You just embarrassed yourself for a long time. That's like my wife said, oh, I want to get back something, something. No, you already had a paradigm inside of you. It's going to show that you were a piece of shit for a long time. It's going to show by anyway, I don't got to tell you. I know what I'm speaking about. If you have a paradigm or earth inside of you have an atmosphere. You fucked up for a long time. You got clockwork, baby. Clockwork, not clockwork, baby. You were clocking in, I guess somebody was clocking in, and you were letting them clock at you and that person was clocking at the wrong time because y'all were the wrong time. And when it came to each other, y'all were supposed to honor the real reason, and you were supposed to be, how can I say this? Enriching and knowing the reason of your existence for wealth and enriching for one's future and for love. But I guess you were getting caught. I guess you were too busy clocking each other into a certain type of way. Too bad for you. I'm okay. Too bad for you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And on top of it, I'm still gonna be okay because what you don't know is better for me. Too bad for you. That's it. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. Oh, you gotta call me anything. At the time, it's like a private conversation because another person has to know the reason. That's because other people are doing things they're not supposed to be doing. They feel comfortable. It might be children that just lying to people. I don't care to figure it out because I'm a grown adult, and I don't. People don't lie to me about it. You tell me straight up what's going on. You want to go hide. I want to be nicer than nice when it comes to me. Like you will. It's like letting me know It's like when I was in the Ninja Planet. I'm an advocate for the Ninja Planet of the reason of their planet. Solar systems, these guys, and then they say, you man decided other go this, that, so, that. I look at another individual like, why is this nigga telling me funny things a certain type of way? The men that's supposed to know is supposed to be around me and the individuals to speak a certain type of way. But every time me and a man speaks, a man's supposed to acknowledge the reason of the real reality without acting funny or doing funny things. So if another person cannot respect the order for all time and a man can't even be a point of, it's wonderful to know one's regardless, but one's secrecy and love is also wonderful. But if one can't even be acknowledged for the reason of love at a point because of certain things, probably is a wonderful thing for certain individuals. But you know something, my comfortability ain't gonna be that. I'm gonna go somewhere where I could just know the reason of all enlightenment, and if anything happens, individuals just have to know and handle their situation. So I'm just gonna go and be okay somewhere. Because if I have a family and I have children, there's no reason why after a certain time my child is telling me or this and the other what individuals been gathered endlessly a certain type of way, even during the time of glory and love and the golden age of the love, glory, and the golden age. And I don't mean nothing. The age children in living life never see golden ages. They never see golden ages, but or the love ages or glory ages. But for you to say something like to not even acknowledge that what was going on and there's something else, or what are you thinking about? and I'm gonna just go by my own situation. Another person looking at me doing all type of shit. It's just like I'm a star being. I'm gonna always be a star being. I'm literally in myself. Another person is like a person trying to demoralize me, trying to throw energies on me a certain type of way. I don't care about your finger popping actions. I don't need to feel and know the reason of your finger popping actions. I could already look and see that this is funny. Keep your keep your funny. You know that's when athletes gotta get disciplined. What? Yeah, hold on. We'll speak a little time. Matter of fact, you know something? I'm gonna go take my shower. I'm gonna go take my shower and I'm gonna go enjoy. I'm gonna go be happy and enjoy my time a certain type of way, and I'm gonna just go regard my own self a certain type of way. You know, I don't have time for funny people in your funny situations. I don't do funny mentality. Man. I don't do stink mentality. Stink chicks that's acting stink already. That's already showing you that they're gonna be. I don't do things like that. You know, there's nothing stink. You have soap, water, all type of things, and you stink. You know what I mean? It's like, and then another person, but why they stink? Because they're over there with the wrong individual. They're just trying to manipulate because the things that they want, and they feel like they're gonna get a little emphasis. Like they really think it's like the Ninja Galaxy saying they're gonna get a kill murder. A ninja is a ninja to not be a ninja, man, yo, get the fuck out of here. You tell a nigga, yo, listen, get the fuck out of here, man. I didn't show you. It's like educating a ninja and then telling a ninja, the nigga telling you he's gonna go die. I didn't educate you to tell me that you're gonna die. Get the fuck out of here. It's like showing a person international. I'm just basically saying it's like showing a person another way, another type of way of something else, like educating somebody international security saying they're gonna go die. I left the ninjas because they didn't know what the fuck was going on, and then I end up here. What the fuck is going? I don't even. I don't even care. What? Oh, you upfront with this? You wanted the love. You're. It's like being international security. I was always calling for the love. I'm about the love. I should run away and leave quietly. Them other individuals didn't care. And then this is how you. No, 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 no. I gotta go. I gotta go be. Oh, oh, so lovely. Oh, lovely. I'ma always have love, and it'll be higher than a star or even a lower level being that flies in between the earth like a dove. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. My love is so pure. Your sky show you the reason I endure. Oh, lovely. I'm out there. That's what I'm here.